That's good. That worked. Y'all ever had something that just want to mess up? As soon as you start doing your thing, man, shit. Damn. I had to let the steering wheel down on this one. What's good? Shout outs from Ohio. Let's get the likes up. That's all I ask. I gotta go with this one. Always got that. Look. Let's get the likes up as you come in. It says ready for this one. Today we're gonna be talking about what's next for men who decided not to date anymore. Give it some time to fill up. If y'all want to ask some questions, go ahead and ask some questions before we get started. My man G Money is definitely in the building. Big shout outs to G Money. That's one of them day ones. Keandre is definitely in the building. It's another day one. I like seeing the day ones come up in here. Out of here hunting. Hey, Anthony. Do you plan on teaching stocks this year? No. Stock market is dead money right now. Big shout out to Texas. Malcolm Banks from Texas. Humidity is high. What the fuck is the degrees? 50 outside. My man Zach in the building. The Freak is in the building. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask your questions. Donations always welcome. You know how it is. If you don't donate, hit the like button at least. That's all I ask. 53 people in here. We should have 53 likes. We only 3 minutes in. Jeremiah checking in. All right. The Freak come down with a download. Let me hit my vape pen real quick. You guys have any questions, go ahead and ask the questions. Put the questions inside of the, yeah. What's next for men? That's what I'm asking you. What is next for men? What's next for them? Now that guys have given up on dating, at least most men are saying that they don't want to date, because we have to look at the realization of it. Most of the women are not going to be able to be the woman that fits most men's standards. All right, question, money and muscles, yes. But don't overdo it. Don't overthink money and muscles, bro. When it comes to fitness, just look to be fit. Too many guys are trying to be Arnold Schwarzenegger and they start taking that juice. But stay off of that. But the main subject tonight that we're talking about is men that are done dating. It seems like guys are just completely giving up and having a hard time with women. I'm seeing a lot of relationships end. They're ending. And we have a lot of good guys who are getting out of these relationships as well. And I'm noticing like there's a big divide. But what is it next for men to do? That's my question to you. Because I think deep inside, as much as people say, oh, I don't want to date anymore, I don't want to be married, it's too complicated, I think that most people really want to be married, and I think that they're more desperate now than ever, in my opinion. But it's still the big question. If you've given up on dating, what is next for you? Let's get those likes up a little bit more. 42 in here. Adjust my little thing out. If you got a question, definitely put a Q in there. My man Zach came with, what's best, a working woman or a stay-at-home woman? It all depends on your situation. It all depends on the situation. We can all say, I want a woman, right? Like, think about it. Like this is what I want you guys to understand. And before I start this, I need you to understand this perspective before we get started. You can have all the standards in the world that you want your woman to be. You can say, I want a woman who's a housewife, who stay at home and do this. I want to date a girl who's a virgin. I want to date a girl who dress like this, act like this, ladylike, who's this and who's that. I want a girl like this. I want a girl like that. Every man has their standards for the type of woman that they want, right? And you're dedicated to those standards. You love those standards. Those standards are now implemented inside of your brain. But here's the question. You gained those standards after you came to this space. Because before you came to this space, you didn't have those standards. The lack of those standards is why you're in this space. You're in this space because you either ended up with the wrong woman that did you wrong, or you're in this space because you couldn't get a woman. Those are the main two reasons why people are in this space. Women didn't respect you on both ends. They either didn't want you or they dogged you out. But either way, you're here because of lack of respect for women. But then men come to the space, you learn about women. But one thing that every man has done in this space is you've created standards in the type of woman that you want. There's nothing wrong with those standards. All right? That's one of the reasons why I asked, now that men are done dating, what are you going to do next? Because the reason why you're done dating is because a lot of women are not going to meet your standard. Or is that true? Is that the reason why you're not dating? Or is a lot of guys not dating because they don't have any women to filter out their standard? It's like, you can have all the standards in the world, right? But if the girls don't like you and you can't use those standards due to lack of women that are attracted to you, or what's the point of having standards? See, a woman can have standards, and whether they come true or not, she doesn't care. You want to know why? Because she can always go to her DM and she can always pick a fool to go on a date with to filter out her standard. She could do it the next day. She could do it the day after. She could do it the day after. A woman can wake up and go on a date every single day of the week. Just by posting a photo on Instagram, she'll automatically have a date. So when a woman says she has standards, you have to understand she can filter her standard. And if she don't get the guy that she wants, she at least got the chance to filter her standard, because she could get loads of guys that want her, that want to sleep with her. So she can divide. She can divide which one she wants. She can filter out the type of guy she wants till she get to the guy she wants. It's just that most girls can't get to the guy that they want. But when it comes to the man, once you have your standards, how do you filter women out when they're not attracted to you? How do you have standards for women that don't even want you? It's like, hey, I have all of these standards for a woman, but none of them are attracted to me. How do I utilize my standards? That's the question. We all have standards. But what we got to do, in order for you to utilize your standards, you have to at least be the part of the 10% of guys that she's going to be attracted to utilize your standards. I want guys to understand that right now. You can have all the standards in the world, but if you don't have enough women to filter out your standards, there's no point in having standards. Let's say your standards is, I want a virgin who looks good. She ain't got to be the best looking girl in the world, but she got to be submissive. You know what I'm saying? She got to have her mind right. You know what I'm saying? She got to do that. But the only girl that's attracted to you is fat, sloppy, and you know 4 guys that done already hit it, but she the only one that likes you. Now you filter her out, you ain't got no other girls there. This is what guys are going to face in their life. You're gonna have your standards, but you're not gonna have enough women to fit those standards. So now guess what you gotta do? You gotta start exiting shit out of your filtration. It's kind of like if you look at like when you guys research cars, a lot of guys research cars, right? And you go in and you say, oh, I want the Mercedes, and I'm gonna look at a 4-door, and then I'm gonna look at the AMG, and I'm gonna go to my price range. My price range, we're gonna go under 20,000, or we're gonna go under 30,000. You feel what I'm saying? You know, like when you go to research cars on like CarMax or like Auto Tempest, Car Gurus, us guys, we like to just look at cars and you start filtrating the cars out. When the more filtrations that you have, the less cars are gonna pop up. The more filters you add, the less cars are going to pop up. I'm gonna say it again. When you go to research cars, if you have no filters, then you put in just for the title of the car, you're gonna get a shitload of cars. But the moment you start adding filters, it's gonna limit the amount of cars that you can see, and you start pinpointing down more to what you want, right? But in order to do that, you have to already have access of a lot of cars. That's what it's like when people have standards, especially men, when men have standards. People start to develop these standards after they get hurt. You have so many standards. It's just like filtration a car on the internet. The more filters you have, the less options you're gonna get. What happens when your standards are so high that now it just doesn't pick up what you filtered? And it tells you 0 results for everything that you're trying to filter. It makes you not want to get the car. If it's the car you want, or do you say, all right, let me take away the color black. Let me see what they got them in all colors. As long as they got that, let me see if they got it in black. All right, let me remove the black and let's see if they got it in all the colors. I still ain't got it. Let me change it to just, let me remove the leather seats and let's see if we get more options. See, that's what's gonna happen. Because either way, you're still gonna want a car. You're still gonna want a woman. But a lot of guys, your standards are high and it's filtering to 0 women. Why? Because you don't have enough cars from the jump to choose from. So today what we're talking about is what's next for men if you're not dating. How does that tie into this? If you're not dating and you don't plan on being married, you have to at least want to live a good life. You have to at least want to live the best version of yourself without the distraction. That's the point of tonight. What's next for men? What's next for you guys? And you let me know what's going on. And I'm gonna feed off of you. Big shout out to my man Marco, hold on, Falzen. He's always here. He says, what's a good workout regimen? I always do supersets. All right. You guys got your answers in? Put an A. You see how the guy has a question? Drop an A in it when you're giving me the answer. What's next for men? I want to feed off of you. And then Killer Cam says, salute OG. Can you help me understand which female to choose out of my options and why this specific female is the right one to choose? Great question. How do you filter out the girl that's right for you? This is how you filter out the girl that's right for you. The one that's already moving in your direction. See, what a lot of guys are afraid to do, you're afraid to just go for the girl that you know already likes you and build something up for her and build something up from there. That's what you want to do when you're filtration the woman that's going to be out for you. Is because the woman that's already going in your favor, that already likes you, she's going to be more adaptable, and that's what's going to have to work for you. You need a woman that's going to be adaptable, the one that sees your vision, that sees your goal and wants to get behind you on that. But what you have to understand, you have to be the leader. When a woman is saying, I like this guy, I'm going to follow this guy, now that's your opportunity to create the woman that you want. Because when she already likes you, then it's easier for you to tell her, like, yo, listen, we're going to get on a diet. And trust me, a thick chick down to a slim chick, gonna give her a booty, she gonna be cute. See, a lot of you guys don't see cute women inside of ugly women. A lot of these girls that already like you, they're not on the sexy side, so you don't pay attention to it. So when you're filtration women that's gonna be there for you, you have to first stop and look, which girl got my back no matter what, and you start to go from there. That's how you start to filter out women. You must first take the ones that are already into you. And if you don't have a girl that's already into you, now you have to make girls into you. How do you make girls into you? Money, muscles, and doing it. Don't worry. You get on your grind, they will come around you. They will put themselves in front of you, but you have to first start doing that to get amount of women to come for you in order for you to filtrate through the system. If not, your standards are not going to work. They're not. For you to place and use your standards on women, you have to have a set of women that want you. So when you're filtration, the women that's supposed to be with you, you want to first start off with that one that likes you for just being you, no matter what. That's the first thing that you got to do. After that, it's adaptability. How much she's willing to adapt to you. How much she's willing to allow you to lead. That's the next thing you need. After there, it's your plan. If she's adaptable and she's already into you, trust me, it's going to work. You only need those two things. Because if you overthink it, you're going to be adding in more filters and you're going to end up with zero results. You only need adaptability and submissiveness. Big shout out to my man Brian Martin with the $5 supporting this movement. Big shout outs, bro. Really appreciate it. With women, you only need submissiveness and adaptability. That's what you need to understand. Those are the key things. Everything else you can fix. Makeup can fix her look. Going to the gym can fix her size. Trust me, you can get a woman with a booty and you can get a woman to look good. Those are two things that women can master. Big shout out to my man Spider Ninja. He says, I'm not getting married or dating right now, but I'm playing the game of life and manifesting my dreams. Big shout outs to that dude. We ain't even all the way through with what he's saying. And that's the key thing. You hear what he says? I want you guys to pay attention to the main thing that he said at the beginning of this. He says, I'm not married or dating right now. All right? He didn't say I stopped. He said right now, because I'm manifesting my dreams. And the reason why I'm stressing that is because that's how you have to be. You have to tell yourself, man, I ain't get ready to date. I ain't get ready to mess with none of these brides. What I'm going to do, I'm going to manifest my dream So when I do start dating and when I do start getting a woman, I have better options to choose from so I can use my filtration system. That's what my man Spider Ninja doing. He says, I use my imagination to gain knowledge and take the actions and it will happen. You're absolutely right. It's called the law of attraction. But you want to know where it starts? Where it started with you, Spider Ninja? It started when you was in the bathroom and you looked in the mirror, or you was in your bedroom and you looked in the mirror and you said, yo, you know what? I'm not fucking around with my life no more. Now I'm gonna make it happen. Now I'm gonna make it happen. When you decide that you're gonna make it happen, it's easy for you to say, you know what? I don't even want to deal with women right now. And the reason why is because if I don't get my shit together, I'm gonna keep coming across the same type of biscuit head, playing the same game over again. But you're gonna get options to more women and better results if you manifest your dreams. Your dreams is gonna give you a personality. Your dream is gonna give you a character. Your dream is going to define you. That's the main thing that you need, is definition of self instead of self-delusion. Delusion. What do I mean? When women deal with me, one thing that they know, this boy loves cars. This man loves cars. He loves everything about a car. He loves driving fast. He loves going to the races. He loves customizing cars. Every time I talk to Anthony, he's always talking about a car. Every time I see Anthony, he's always doing something artistic, but he really loves cars. So when people deal with me, they deal with me from a car point of view. If a girl wants to buy me something, she's gonna ask me what I want for my car, because it defines me. It's something that I'm passionate about. Okay, every man has to have that thing that he's passionate about. You have to have that. When you start chasing dreams and manifesting what's coming, what you want in your life, it starts to become part of your character, and you start to seek that definition. You start to become that, and then people start looking at you as that. You feel what I'm saying? You know somebody right now that's a geek or a nerd that you know, like, all right, if I have anything about a computer, I'm going to this guy. Why am I going to that guy? Because that's what he do. Everybody knows him for doing that. Or you may have a guy out there who does construction, that knows how to build houses, and you're like, I'm going to this guy specifically for this. If I need a back porch built, I'm calling that guy because that's what he does. That's what he's known for. He has friends that do the same stuff. And then you have people that are into like motorcycles. They have motorcycle car clubs. You have so many different type of ideologies and agendas and different type of people out here, that people have their own separate groups of recreational things that they do that defines them. As a man, when you're manifesting your dreams, what you're doing is you're filling in the definition of self. What we have is too many guys who don't have the definition of self. They're just complaining. But if you stop and ask them, what are you doing with your life? They're like, I think I went to work today. All right, there's a guy that's going to work today, and that guy's like, man, I'm about to save up. I'm about to do this. I remember when I was working a job, that's how I was. Saving up, paying my bills, saving my money up. Said, man, I'm about to get me an exhaust system. Saving my money up, man, I'm about to get me some rims. Saving my money up, man, I'm about to do this. There's somebody right now, it's something they want to do with their life, that they just wake up every day, think about it. They save their money, they get it. When they come across other things in life that they want, and then when it happens, it releases dopamine throughout their body and makes them feel good. It gives them a self-definition of who they are. It builds their character. You know what I like about Netflix? Big shout out to my man Royal Laderance. I'm getting it, dog. I'm getting it. I remember I'd be bored as fuck working every day on my journey to success. Any suggestions on the type of woman I can invite over every now and then to where I find her? I don't want drama, just somebody to rub my shoulders as I work. You don't really want to jump into it that straight. You want to spend a lot of times on dates. You know what I'm saying? If I was you, you need more of a spiritual connection with women now, especially when you're working hard. I wouldn't say find a woman that could just come over and chill. Find a woman where you and her could go somewhere and just talk. and get used to going places and talk and refrain her from getting back to your house. All right, that's what you want to do. You want to try to like see where her head's at on a friendly level and try not too hard to hit real quick. Because it's going to be easier for you to tame her by showing less sexuality towards her. So you got to kind of put her in the friend zone for a little bit in order to mold her. That's what a lot of guys don't know how to do with women. So if you see a woman that you want to pull in, maybe friends and benefits for the long run, you want to start off by keeping her a distance from the house for like maybe the first 3 to 4 dates, where you can see where her brain at and have her anxious to be around you. Once you get her to that level where y'all have created a level of comfortability, then it's easier for her to mold her into what you want her to be in your life. It'll be easier to tell her like, you know what, I'm working on myself. This is what I'm building up. That's good. It's good to tell a woman, I'm working. I'm not the man that I want to be right now, but I can tell you right now, I'm about to be that dude in a little bit. That's what guys are afraid to tell women. You're afraid to tell a woman, listen, I ain't where I want to be, but I got a fucking plan. You can't tell her that because you ain't got no plan. So my man, Ladarius Royal, tell her your plan. Tell her where you want to go and see how much she back it out. You know what I'm saying? If girls, you could go on a date with a girl and just be like, yo, listen, one day I plan on being in a relationship, but right now I'm really working on my dream. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my plan. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm waking up every day and I'm working on this plan right there. Women love those type of stories, bro. When you showing her that you are aggressive about being something, I can almost guarantee you she gonna fall for you immediately, and she may even help you get to the top. But a lot of guys, they can't say that to a woman. They can't say, I wake up every day and I'm working on my dream and this is my overall goal. You know what they say? I own 3 businesses right now. Know what I'm saying? Me and my nigga got some shit set up right now. So, you know, I am working. I am got my shit going. I got a job and I got a little side thing going on right there. That's what most niggas is going to say to women. They going to talk to a woman like they got 50 other hustles set up, and a woman's going to be seeing through that shit. She going to be like, man, this nigga ain't got nothing set up. The fuck? Niggas that got shit set up don't sit up and say, I'm an entrepreneur and I do this. That's what broke niggas say. Oh, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm out here doing that. That ain't no definition of self. If a woman asks me what I do, I say, listen, I could trade stocks. I'm a YouTuber. I done had a trucking company, and I got this hustle going. I got that hustle, and this is how that worked. That's how that worked. But we ain't here for that. But you have to understand, she may not find that out till later down the road. So you have to understand that whenever you're building, the main thing that you're going to need out of a woman is cooperation. But the most power you're going to have over a woman is your dick. Dick control. You want her to be your friends with benefits? Dick control. Don't want to have sex with her all the time. The moment she sees that you want to have sex with her all the time, you're now going to give her the power. Hold on, let me move my camera over. You're going to give her the power. The moment you give her the power, it's over with. How do you remove the power? You don't try to sleep with her. So what I suggest you do, Ladarius, you got to first have a woman that likes you. That's the first thing. Once you find a woman that naturally already likes you, trust me, and if she likes you, you don't have to question it. If the woman naturally already likes you, then it's easy for you to place her in position. It's easy to say, yo, listen, I'm not looking for nothing serious, but this is why. It's because I have this plan that I'm working on right now, and I'm not psychologically prepared for a relationship. You feel what I'm saying? That's going to be the main thing. Women are, when you tell a woman that, that's going to make her pussy melt. Listen to what I'm telling you. When you could tell a woman, I'm chasing my dream right now, ain't got time for no long-term relationship, and I'm looking for just that because my brain is here, she is going to love you, bro. So in my opinion, You must first find a girl that's already in your favor, that already likes you. You already know she likes you. And then you tell her, listen, I'm not looking for a relationship because my brain is on the money. Trust me. She knows you're so dedicated to your dreams, you have no choice but to make it. And she gonna play the role that you want her to play because she's gonna wanna watch your story. Listen to what I'm telling you. Most guys mess up because they go on a date trying to convince a woman that they're a businessman and that they got some type of big business going on whenever they not around her at the date. I got this going, I'm working on this. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on a little bit like that. They talk themselves up too much. Don't be the guy that talk yourself up. Be the guy that sells the dream to her. Sell a woman the dream. I got this plan with my life. And this is where I want to be. So I don't have I'm not really looking for anything. I'm not looking for anything attached right now. And trust me, that's how you get them to move in your favor in the work. You got to have dick control. That's just real talk. Hopefully I was able to answer your question. That's my man, Darrence, coming in with the 20 bucks. Really appreciate it, bro. All right, let's see if we have any other questions. I gotta go back up. Oh yeah, I got a whole bunch of other conversations in here. My man G Money is definitely in the building. All right, my man Illy TV says, answer, to say the least, find out who I am and focus on myself more to be a better version of myself first. Let the type of woman I want come into my life naturally instead of chasing and complaining. You're absolutely right. Because a lot of guys, you really don't know what type of woman that you're going to need in your life. That's one thing that a lot of guys don't understand now. It's kind of like those guys who are super independent, neat freaks, you cook and clean, you do everything on your own, your bedroom's neat, your dresser drawer is neat, you clean up every day. You're gonna have a hard time getting women because you don't need her. That's what you gotta understand. You don't need her. So you're gonna place a higher standard on the type of woman that you want. And I keep telling you, the higher your standards go, when you go to filter that out, you may end up with zero. It's just like when you go online to go get a car and you put in all these filters for the type of car you want, and then it limits the amount of cars you get to see. So you guys got to start thinking about that whenever it comes to women. Let's see here. But I do like that answer where he says he's getting his shit together. He said, what's the best diverse way to tell a woman that I'm just trying to hit? How much you charge an hour? That's the best way. How much it costs to fly you in? That's the best way. You tell a girl how much it hits. You could go on IG now and get them prices, bro. You don't have to go up to a random girl and say, hey, I want to sleep with you. You ain't got to do that now, bro. A couple $100, all that's taken care of, my dude. All that's taken care of. My man Royal Landerace, he's back with another one. He says, I'm in Cali. I dab in Hollywood to be exact. It's tough out here when dating something real. Plus, I'm Midwest dude on top of that. Make sure y'all donate. Big shout outs. If you're out there in the Hollywood area, especially like West Hollywood, maybe East Hollywood, those girls out there are loose. You know what I'm saying? You may have to go out there to the Burbank area, maybe North Hollywood. North Hollywood is busy, little ghetto, but I don't know. When LA different. LA got something in the air, bro. I like LA for the visuals, but I never like LA for the mindset out there. You gotta realize I'm a Miami man. And in Miami, everybody is up front with stuff. Things are a little bit different in Miami than in LA. LA people, I kind of feel like is a little bit of wishy-washy. Like there's always something in the air in LA. When it comes to the women out there, they should be easy to sleep with, bro. When it comes to LA women, but they're not anything worth wifing up. Like you gotta realize most guys nowadays, You're not going to be able to wife up a woman till you're like 35, 40 years old, because you have to get to a peak level as a man now. Now men have to get to peak levels, which means that that'll probably take you into your 30s before you become the guy that can make all the overall decisions and have more control over the women. Big shout out to my man Ralph Marshall with the $2 on the Cash App. But if you're out in Cali and you're in the Hollywood area, I like North Hollywood. I think that North Hollywood had a lot of beautiful women, but then again, LA got a lot of beautiful women, bro. Big shout out to that dude that's out there. How to approach women in the gym. You don't approach women in the gym. Let all the guys in the gym send the women to you. If you want the women in the gym, walk in the gym with a hoodie on and work out with that fucking hoodie on and leave. I'm letting you know this right now. If you go to the gym and you want all the women, work out without revealing yourself. Listen to what I'm telling you. Do not be afraid to cover up in the gym. Cover up in the gym if you want the women. Let all the other guys in the gym send her to you. Don't worry. If she just started the gym, it'll be within weeks. She'll know all the in and out crowds. And if you go to the gym at the same time, she'll start seeing the little cliques in there. Okay, you want the women in the gym? You don't become part of no clique. Do not be the guy in the gym trying to show everybody that you know everybody in the gym and that you're a gym head. Do not do that if you want the women. You're just making yourself part of the in crowd of lames that she gonna think you are, because the group of guys you trying to be popular amongst, they all gonna try to talk to her and give her compliments. So don't become part of them. If you want all the women in the gym, go to the gym, cover up. Pants, maybe even a hoodie if it's cold outside. Work out in the hoodie, but cover up. Do your workout and leave. Over time, every girl will start to want you, because they're going to think you have more important things to do than to sit in there and try to build a family in the gym. I'm telling you this right now. The guys that go to the gym trying to build a family in the gym, and you start to put your whole entire life with the people in the gym, you're going to end up with no women. Y'all just going to be a bunch of niggas standing around waiting for the new girl to walk in the gym to get attention from all the personal trainers. Don't be that dude. Be that dude when you in the gym, people know this dude's only going to be in here for a short amount of time, and he's going to be out, and the women are going to look at it like, he looks like a man. He looks like a coach. He looks more mature when you cover up. That's what you want to look like in the gym, like you're a man. It's too many guys in the gym that's stunting. You don't want to do that. They're stunting too hard. They're clicking up with each other in the gym. You don't want to do that. You want women in the gym, get away from the fucking in crowds. Work out by yourself and wait for them to start throwing themselves in front of you. They will throw themselves in front of you, because if they're regulars in the gym and they start to see regular people, their goal is to eventually meet everybody. Period. Derek Davis, calm down, bro. Shut up, man. I can't wait till the metaverse starts showing people faces. Y'all know that hiding behind these thumbnails is getting ready to end. They don't know that yet. That's why I feel sorry for trolls. Trolls don't even get what's happening here. It's about to become a time period where you're not going to be able to troll, bro, without somebody knowing exactly who you are. All right, we got Alex. He says, the next answer, he says, next answer is focus on building a legacy for yourself. You got to define what you want out of a legacy. I kind of feel like, I tell people all the time, I'm not trying to be a multi-millionaire. I'm not trying to be a billionaire. I'm not trying to be none of that, because I'm not going to dedicate myself to making a lot of money to die and leave it to somebody. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not about to dedicate my life to getting so rich that I have so much money that I can't spend, that I'm just waiting to die to give it to somebody else. And people are supposed to love me that I'm dead and people are spending my money. That ain't what we doing over here. That ain't what I'm doing. I would die. When I go to die, I want to make sure there's $10 in my bank account. Everything that I work for in life, I'm going to spend it, and I'm going to spend it to have fun. I'm not living my life for what people think about when I die. So when you start thinking about a legacy, just start thinking exactly what do you mean by legacy? Because I don't plan on leaving no legacy. When I die, I'm gonna be dead. And my goal is not to leave a whole bunch of people millions of dollars because I dedicated my life to money. That is not the goal here. Sorry, it ain't. So actually start thinking about the legacy that you're going to live and what you want to leave that legacy as. Me personally, in the next 10 years, I'm gonna disappear and be in the woods, chilling, living a basic standard life, because I don't require much. I don't have any kids, bro. Sorry, I don't have kids. And the reason why I don't have kids is because I don't have a plan for kids. Like, what's the plan here? Have children and do what? Take them to family reunions? That's the plan? The plan is to have children to take to family reunions and then hope the Matrix don't take over their brain. No. Sorry, but the world is getting worse. Worse. I don't plan on having kids and leaving kids anything. Because I'm already in the 40s. So you have to understand that, bro, I'm not no Donald Trump. I'm not no Kanye West. Nor am I getting ready to do things out here to make myself famous as hell to leave a legacy. I'm not doing that. There's plenty of people, when they die, people gonna know who they are. That's not my goal. My goal is not to die. My goal is not to live my life and care about what people gonna think when I die. Sorry, that ain't what we doing. And I see a lot of people out here living like that. They out here living for what people gonna think about them when they die. No, when you die, they gonna do the same thing you doing for the last person that you knew died. Nothing. They gonna miss you for a couple days, and then they gonna be right back living their regular life. Ain't nobody gonna build no statue for you. The only way you live a legacy and leave a legacy is you have to alternate the way we think in life. Like, for instance, Tesla, Elon Musk, he's left a legacy. Look how he changed life. These are the people that are gonna leave a legacy. If you want a legacy, you have to change the way we move in life. LeBron James is gonna leave a legacy. Anthony Jackson, big shout outs, bro, really appreciate it. LeBron James is gonna leave a legacy because of where he's at. You have to look at what you're capable of doing for your legacy. There's plenty of guys that have started pizza shops and said, when my son gets older, he's going to run my pizza shop. And then they give the business to the child, and the child runs the business into the ground. Walmart didn't even leave his kids the business. See, no one is going to have passion for your legacy but you. Your children would just be privileged. They would just know how to spend your money. People say, oh, I want to leave my kids this. I want to leave my kids that. I want to leave my kid this. I want to leave my kid that. Leave your kid what? You can't leave your kid a 9 to 5. You're going to leave your 9 to 5 to your kid? You're going to leave your day-to-day job to your kid? No, you can't do that. My man Royal LaDre, man, I'm starting to get away to roll it off my tongue. LaDerritz. All right, he says, quit asking questions about donation. We got to feed this man. He wanted a few giving quality. I'm done. Anthony, please leave the video up so I can rewatch it after work tonight. Thanks, bro. Yo, I definitely take care of you, bro. Big shout out to my man Royal. LaDerritz. I'm getting it right. I'm rolling it off the tongue right. Big shout out to that man. He's right. Y'all show me some love or get the donations up. We got 260 in here. Well, 125 likes. Let's just at least get the likes up. Donate or give me some likes. Show me some love. But like I was saying before, when it comes to that legacy, you got to honestly think, what are you leaving a legacy for? Stick to the basics. Find out what you want out of life, what makes you happy, and dedicate yourself to that. Like with me, I don't buy expensive clothes. I don't buy jewelry. I don't buy video. I don't even have a game system at all. I don't even buy game systems. I don't buy a lot of stuff. Big shout out to my man Omar. He said, keep saving lives, homeboy. Big shout outs, man. Really appreciate it. I don't buy video games. I literally spend all my money on bills, saving, and my cars. Because that's where the passion's at. That's where my legacy is at. My legacy is the stunts that you see me doing on Instagram. Like, but that's where I want it to cap at. I don't want to be known as the guy on YouTube that does red pill content. I don't want to be known as that. I don't. I'm sorry, but I like talking to you guys, but I'm Sigma to heart. Why you think I don't do collaborations and stuff? It's like, I say what I gotta say, I get my point across, and then that's where it stops. But one day, I'm gonna stop this, and I'm gonna erase every video that I've ever made. You feel what I'm saying? Because when I die, bro. The world is going to move on. But why I'm here, I'm gonna be the happiest that I'm here. I kind of feel like whenever you go to have children, you're no longer living for yourself anymore. You're living for that child. Your day-to-day life is based on that child's happiness, how that child moods change. And then everyone loves the cute phase when it comes to kids. They love the 1, 2, 3-year-old. They can take them places. They can take them to grandma's house. They're cute in the grocery store. But as soon as those children start talking, it's a different ball game. People don't view them as the same anymore. They don't do it. Okay, to me, in the world that we live in now, that's the most depressing part to me, is to have a child knowing that I'm fighting against the matrix and I'm fighting against what I want to do. Because I have to let them go into the world. I can't keep them sheltered or they're not going to learn anything. But it's when they go into the world. I don't want to battle the matrix and my belief system, because now your belief system in the matrix is going to be hard. You have to understand, like, in the next 10 years, this space that we're in right now, this is not going to exist. The agendas are here. Ain't nothing turning around. There's nothing turning around at all. Nothing. All the agendas are here. There's going to be more men that's going to be transitioning. There's going to be more women in women relationship, more men in men relationships. That's what everyone's going into. They've softened everybody up to accept all this. And then we still got that other thing that's coming that they warming you up for. They warming you up for. They warming you up for the peak. They warming you up. And they got people, the Matrix got people right where they want them right now. And I kind of feel like it's such a spiritual battle that if I bring a child into the world now, I'm probably setting them up for failure. I'm setting them up to have a miserable life because of the constant adjusting of agendas. We're at spiritual warfare right now. I don't think it's right for me to bring a child inside of a world where depression is the norm. See, this is what you got to understand about life. It's starting to rain, but I don't care. I'm in my bag right now. Y'all go ahead. Hey, let's get those likes up. Let's get those likes up. That's all I ask. If you're not donating, let's at least just get the likes up. That's all I ask. You have to understand this about life. And people always say, Aunt, why you don't want kids? Even my girl wants kids. She understands me, but she knows what I'm saying. And I told her this today. I said, listen, if I woke up tomorrow and I told you to start calling me Timothy the Great, you're going to say, no, your name's Anthony Spade. I said, no, you call me Timothy the Great. And then I walk outside and everybody I knew, I said, hey, I want y'all to call me Timothy the Great. I go down to Panda Express. I say, hey, from here on out, I want you guys to call me Timothy the Great. Everywhere I go, I want you to call me Timothy the Great. After a while, everybody that knows that my name is Anthony Spade, you know what they're going to say? This dude is fucking crazy. He wants us to call him Timothy the Great. Anthony, is everything okay? What's going on at home, Anthony? What do you mean you want to be called Timothy the Great? Your name's Anthony Spade, man. Come on, you're losing your mind. What's wrong with you? But if I woke up and I said, I want to be known as Adriana and chop my thing off and put on a dress and identify as a woman, that's perfectly normal. So explain this to me. How if I just ask you to call me by a different name, I'm going to be considered a crazy person. But if I want to change my whole existent gender and everything, that's perfectly fucking normal. That's the world that we live in, right? Why would I bring a child into this shit? That's all I need is to have a little boy, and I'm thinking, all right, I'm building my legacy, and one day my child gonna take over this. He's gonna be a great warrior, and then one day he comes home and he has on lipstick, and I can't say why you got on lipstick. I can't get mad at him for having lipstick. But if he changes his name from Anthony to fucking John, the teacher's gonna be calling my phone like, why the fuck is your son calling himself John when we know his name is Anthony? We need to get him checked out. But if my son go to school and say, I want to be a girl, they're gonna call and tell me that's perfectly normal. All the kids are doing it nowadays. Think about where we at. Think about where we at. That's what keeps me from having children. And that's what makes my dreams, my ambition, my art. That's what makes it my baby. That's what makes my cars my baby. That's what makes my art my baby. My pictures that I draw, my babies. My editing of my videos, my babies. Those are my babies because they can stay babies and give me good feelings for the rest of my life. But I can have a baby, and when that baby starts to talk and interact with other people, it's now a headache trying to battle the matrix and my belief system, as well as continue to have my happiness. You see where we're going with it? See where we're going with it? That'd be my answer for kids and legacies. It'd be like, let's just stop and look at what's going on in the world today. When I stop and I look at some of these teenagers that are out here, these teenagers don't know where they're going. Listen, I could tell you this right now. When I was coming up, did we drink? Yeah. Did we smoke? Yeah. Did we smoke weed and shit? Yeah. Me and my man MMP, big shout outs, bro. Big shout outs, bro. Big love. You always coming through showing me love. You know what I'm saying? Big shout outs to that dude. And he's a member. Y'all already know that's a regular. I forgot my damn donation. He said just giving Mr. Spade. All right. I forgot where I was at. Shit, I was in the bag too. But like I was saying, when it comes to your legacy and it comes to the world we live in and having children, you have to protect your energy. That's what women are not understanding. Women are not understanding those little details about life. You know what I'm saying? Like I told a black woman, I have a lot of black women that say, yo, you really don't like black women. Like sometimes you come hard on black women. I be confused what you got to say back and forth about black women. I'm like, I don't really come down on black women. I just speak realistically about black women and say the things that they don't really get. Like black women want credit for being single mothers. They want accomplishments for their mistakes. All right. They want credit for being single mothers. They want credit for giving birth to black kids. They want credit for raising their children by themselves. But they don't want to take accountability to what these kids turn out to be. And I told her, this is why I don't date a black woman. It's because you're not even seeing the damage that you're doing to each generation because you're just having babies because they're fucking cute. Most people are having kids because they're cute. This is why people are settling for dogs. They're settling for pets. It's because once that cute phase is over with, now you got to be accountable for what they grow into. Most of the kids now are LGB due to lack of attention from their parents. So they feel outcasted. Once they're outcasted, then it's easy for them to connect to other outcasted people. When I was the only black kid, in an all-white school. You know what I noticed? I was friends with the weird-ass white kids because they was the only ones at first that I could be friends with. I got outcasted. So the only people that I could hang around was other outcasted people that were inside of the all-white school with me. They became my friends first. All the jocks and shit who was cool, they all picked on me like I called me a nigger and shit. So you have to understand, like, we live in a world now where most people feel outcasted because they're not getting enough love and attention from their parents. And then they turn around and they join these little groups, these LGBT groups, and it changes their whole frame of mind because it's like, now I can be expressatory. No one's gave me attention, so now I'm just gonna lash out the attention. I'm just gonna paint my hair wild colors. I'm gonna wear wild colors. I'm gonna do funny looking stuff and we call it art, but it's all a scream for help. That's what they're not seeing. Juicy Leroy, big shout outs with the $7, bro. He said, peace, bro. You speaking the gospel. Big shout outs to that man. I really appreciate it. But this is where all the colors come in at. The colors don't symbolize everybody is equal. The colors symbolizes this is how we get attention because we wasn't getting attention before. So let's just do everything bright so we get attention. So now you would notice in life, everything is bright. You have guys wearing pink shoes on a regular. Hell, I had on a pink hat last week. This is why all the colors are popping up. Because it's a way of being noticed. So what society has done, society has placed everybody inside of that introverted, lack of attention mindset. That's where everyone's at now. Everyone that's addicted to their phone are becoming automatic introverts. And what's the introverts suffer from one thing, neglect. Understand, most introverts, not all, suffer from neglect. Neglect. Your parent, like the modern kid now, that's like 16 years old. I remember when I was 16, did I smoke weed? Yeah. Did we drink? Yeah. Did we do the Black and Miles and freak them? Yeah. But that was like a weekend thing. That was like we had to sneak away to do it. When you go get Black and Miles from the store or you pay the old head at the store, you know he a wino. You like, yo, go in there, get us some Mad Dog 2020, bro. And you give him like a 20, you and your boys on the side of the liquor store, y'all paying the old head the money to go in there and get it for you. Say, yo, go get us some cigarettes too. You know what I'm saying? Like we did that. But it was like a weekend thing where the guys did it. We were bad, but we wasn't bad. You know, teenagers are gonna act like that. But now the modern teenager, having sex is normal with multiple people. Like some of these young dudes that I've talked to, they done told me about how many orgies they've been in with girls. And we're talking 15, 16, 14 years old, already running trains, already having orgy parties, already getting drunk, already getting high as a motherfucker. I know plenty of people that are getting high as a motherfucker, man. We got too many people pulling up over my car. So you got a lot of young people now, they're junkies, suffering from depression. To the point where they're so depressed, they wear fucking pajamas to school. Like, where we doing that at? Where you get to the point of your life where your life is so depressed, you just live such a depressing life. You live such a depressing life that now you're wearing bonnets and fucking, you're wearing bonnets and pajamas to school. That's where these kids are at now. Having kids is a trend. If a girl at 16 has a child, now all her friends feel like they have to have a child now. They feel like they have to do the same thing. You think I'm ready to give birth to a daughter and go through that, bro? You know what I'm saying? It is so hard for you to raise a child and battle the Matrix at the same time because the Matrix has much more influence because at some point you need, like with me, I'm going to be in the Matrix for my whole life because I'm a YouTuber. But you got to realize, while I'm in this matrix, I can't let it consume me. I have to take my breaks. I have to say, all right, Anthony, we ain't looking at the phone today. All right, Anthony, we ain't doing that today. All right, Aunt, we ain't doing that today. Like today, we ain't looking at our phone at this time. We taking our brain breaks like we normally do. But you have people out there, when they start seeing the yellow, when their cell phone says you have 10% left, their life's about to end. Look at these teenagers with the single father. A month ago, the single father who took his children's laptops because they were acting bad in school. All right, real father. Custody of all three of his children because the mom died. He took all of their laptops because they were bad in school, and he put it in his closet in his room. Do you know this man's own kids got together and shot him down in the hallway of his own house and killed him? And after they killed him, you know what they did? They ran in the room and got their laptops and went on the internet. Mr. G, big shout outs, bro. Thanks for the $10. He said, keep marching, Anthony Spade, Sigma Nation, bro. Really appreciate it. You have to understand that we live in a world where it's created for death. Like it's like the children are not being brought up as children anymore. They're being brought up as genocidal demons. They're set to become zombies. Like the next generation after Generation Z's kids, that's it. That's it. They're gonna be, listen, these kids are gonna be acting so grown at a younger age. That's when you gonna see that P come in. Because you're gonna be numb to it. Think about how many 15, 16-year-old girls and guys you see now addicted to weed, addicted to cigarettes. How many parents smell weed on their kid every time he walk through the door? Oh, we talking about the P file. We talking about the P file. The LGBT plus the P is coming next. We talking about the pedo stuff. That's coming next. See, you got to understand, the average 16, 17-year-old, they know a lot about life. JJ sent $5. Appreciate what you do. So you have to realize, in the next couple of years, you're going to start seeing 9-year-olds with the mindset of a 21-year-old. Because the kids are growing up so fast that when you start seeing that P come around, it's going to be second nature. The same way now a slutty woman is second nature. These little young demons are second nature now. You can talk to a 17-year-old with the same mindset of a 40-year-old now because the internet has sped up their life. Why you think more 20 and 21-year-olds are suffering from depression? They don't know where they're going with their life. You ask a 21-year-old where they're going to be in 5 years, they got to stop and ask somebody else. You got to realize, when you look at GTA and these video games that do nothing but practice and promote death, that's been going on so long that now everyone's numb to it. That the children see life as a video game. That when they walk around day-to-day life, they have no emotional sense. They have no sense of reality. It's more like, I'm going to act like I act online. I'm going to talk how I talk online. So you got a lot of kids in real life, they try to take that smart ass attitude, like some of these, like they take the troll mindset, and they be so addicted to trolling online that in real life, when they go to troll, someone shoots them up. Look at the violence in your city. Look at how many 15, 16, and 17-year-olds are getting shot up. You know why? Because they haven't distinguished the difference between the Matrix and real life. that when they try to bring that matrix mindset into real life, there's consequences for that. That's the downfall. People cannot distinguish the difference between the matrix and reality, and it stagnates in their growth as a person. This is why Andrew Tate is so popular, because he always promotes leaving the matrix, leaving what's manipulating you, leaving what's manipulating everyone in order to have happiness. You know why? Because you still got to be able to be in the matrix without the matrix controlling you. I still got to be able to come online every day and post my videos, go live, and do my job that I do without the internet consuming me. What do I mean, the internet consuming me? You have content creators, every time you see them on YouTube, they have became this black pill evil person that just do nothing but dog women the fuck out. But when you stop and you look at these people that do that, they're not really what women want. So you look at them and it's like, all right, you're not really complaining. You're just, now you look bitter. Because the matrix got them. You have a lot of people that was never anybody. They were never popular. They didn't have any money. They had nothing going for themselves. But they came in this space and they've said, fuck bitches, fuck bitches, fuck bitches. Oh my God, I'm popular now. Fuck bitches, fuck bitches, fuck bitches. All right, here come the money now. Fuck bitches, fuck bitches, fuck bitches. Oh man, I'm popular with the money. I'm the man now. They're not even stopping looking at how you got the fucking money. How you got the money online, it's not going to translate into real life. But they think it is. They think their popularity online is still stagnant in real life, and it's not. They don't walk around. When they walk around in real life, nobody knows that they're popular on the internet. That's how my life is. People don't know about this channel in real life. They know about Life with Anthony Spade. They know about my other channel with the cars, because that's what I'm in now. So what you have to understand is, if the matrix consumes you, the matrix makes you, you're not going to be able to leave the matrix, because you don't know what reality feels like. And that's what we have. We have too many people who are programmed in the matrix. In the moment they step outside the matrix and come in real life, they can't handle it. They end up dying one way or another. They either take themselves out, or somebody taking them out, or the drugs will get to them. That's what you see in real life. You see so many young kids that are addicted to drugs. We're talking young. Most of these young girls are ran through. A lot of these young men are suffering from depression, left and right. And the ones that are confused are taking these personalities, and then when they come in real life and they trying to be a troll in real life, they're getting their asses handed to them. Trust me, bro, I go to a lot of car meets. Listen to what I'm telling you. These 16, 15, and 17-year-olds, if they done said something online and you bring your ass to a car meet, I can almost guarantee you 6 or 7 of them niggas gonna stomp him out. They gonna stomp him out because he went online popping that shit. So what he's expecting is, he's expecting to run his mouth online, and then when he gets to people in real life, he's expecting to say, hey, bro, I was just playing around though. You know how it is? It's like, nah, bro. Now they ready to kill you because you use fighting words. That's what's happening in life. Everyone's been programmed. Everyone is on Shutter Island, and Google is studying you. Google's allowing people to be anything they want while they study them. Why are people watching? Oh, everybody watching this content? Let's watch this. Why do you think the algorithm's so fucked up? Like, God, don't, you've never seen the YouTube algorithm more fucked up than what it is now. Like, when I tell you it's fucked up, it is fucked up. And the reason why it's fucked up is because of the way that the videos are being made and the way that the Matrix has it right now. The brains are too controlled. Everyone's controlled. So now the elites are like, all right, we got them where we want them because we have computers controlling them. Like they have AI that AI system now. Well, all you got to do is ask it and they'll tell you what to do. Imagine Siri on steroids. That's what that new AI thing doing. Now you have computers, right, that are building YouTube accounts, and these computers are creating content to put out because they want part of the profits too. So you have to understand that we're living inside of a digital world. And now, being in this digital space, we have to start thinking like computers in order to survive. And the one that can't think like a computer are going to usually be the ones that lose. Dig what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and get some questions in and get me going. I've been answering that question for like 30 minutes. He said, damn, bro, talking about these ladies been ran through. Yeah, a lot of these girls are too ran through. And the sad part about it is, by the time they wake up and realize what's going on, don't nobody really want them. Like, men are not even attracted to women like that anymore. Like, these guys have become numb to booties and titties, man. With the amount of masturbation going on now, men are like, man, I'm not getting ready to go through all that, for real, for real. He says, Keandre says, I think Tate and Kanye both broke free like JFK. You're right. You're right. That's how I feel. I feel like I'm free from the Matrix. This is why I cannot do a collaboration, bro. Like, I want to collaborate, guys. I don't really want to. And the reason why I don't want to, because I just don't see the reason for it. I don't see the reason to collaborate to get popular. For one, I'm going to tell you one. I got my shit together, bro. So I get attraction from women. That's not the problem. Plus, I have a girl. So it's like that. I don't need to beat a dead horse. I know exactly. It's like I know what to do. I know what's going on. I just saw somebody on the comments say that it's all theatrical. You're right. It's all theater. But you're going to the same show. You know what I'm saying? You're going to the same show. It's all a collaboration of Kevin Samuels. First it was Donovan Sharp, Kevin Samuels, Fresh and Fit. Then you got Just Purely Things. You have a lot of people that are constantly doing the same shit. It's theatrical, but at the same time, it's the same arguments. It's the same points. It's the same everything. But majority of people that are doing it are not really people that, like, majority of the guys that are doing it are not guys that women want. And majority of the women that are complaining are the women that the guys don't want. So you kind of see why a lot of those people are in this space doing it, but as they do it, they're not doing any justice for themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, oh, you complaining, but, you know, when a man go date a woman, if he's sitting across the table and she talking about some, I believe men should do this, and I believe men should do this, and I believe a man should do that, that man ain't gonna want to be with her. And then if a man's on a date with a woman and he's talking about some, how much do you make? How many guys have you slept with? How many have you do this? Do you want to be a stay-at-home mom? She ain't gonna want to fucking be with you. She gonna be like, what the fuck is all this shit? That's what most people are going to say, because it's gonna feel like an interview. How do you fall in love when everything feels like an interview now? That's what it is. This space is gonna make people impossible to date again. That's the main thing. So when Hafiz talk, I understand where Hafiz is coming from, but at the same time, Hafiz got to kind of like go off into the married world, because you still got to understand what brought all the guys to this space in the first place. But you have to understand what a psychological programming that's actually happening here. It is making you to the point where you may not be able to date again, because you have so many different agendas and so many ideologies that it's going to be hard for you to find comfort being around a woman. Like, think about it. Everything that you know about women right now, You're not gonna be comfortable around a woman because you have so many questions that you need answers to in order for you to love. It's the same thing with a woman. Everybody's afraid of being hurt. That if you finally go date, you're gonna think about every fucking video that you watched on YouTube. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's how it is. The woman's gonna think about the same stuff. What about this? What about this? You guys are gonna be so far away from love that it's gonna feel like an interview, and guess what? The chemistry will instantly be broken. That's what's happening with dating right now. The chemistries are being broken because it's gonna make everybody overanalyze the next person that they're with. And when you have so many questions that have to be answered in order for you to love, it's gonna be impossible for you to love someone. This is what's actually happening in real life. Let's go ahead and get those likes up. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, every man should just have a plan. Have a plan. Have something that women don't have plans. You have to understand that. Women don't have dreams and women don't have plans. But when a man got a plan, it's easier for a woman to attach to. A woman don't have a plan, which is why guys just spend most of their time in a relationship just kissing ass to get sex, or kissing ass to keep her from having an attitude. Mainly kissing ass to keep her from having an attitude. For real, for real. When men get in relationships and that woman gets to nagging and complaining all the time, a man's just like, man, what the fuck can I do just to keep her fucking quiet? At this point, I just want her to be quiet. Fuck anything else. Fuck sex. Fuck anything else. I just want her to shut the fuck up. That's it. When men get to that point, it's over. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I got to go stop by the shop. So what I'm going to do is take y'all with me by the shop. Show y'all some cars that have been built. But if y'all got some questions, put them in there. Hold on, man. We're going to go for a little ride. I got to turn that off. All right, y'all got any questions, put them in. I'm going to start answering questions. Keandre said women take the blue pill every time. You're right. Women are natural followers. All that I'm a leader crap, that go out the window. One thing that men have to understand about feminism. My man MMP, I got you, bro. What men have to understand about feminism only works when it's convenient for a woman. All right? Most of the time, feminism works whenever it's only dealing with a debatable situation. Feminism doesn't work if somebody breaks in the house. Feminism doesn't work when that car breaks down. Feminism doesn't work when you need a door put up and there's a hole in the wall that has to be patched. You know, feminism doesn't work whenever it's time to cut the grass. Feminism doesn't work whenever it's time to do constructional things. Feminism only works whenever you're debating how strong women want to be. That's the only time feminism works. Feminism only works in arguments. Women can only talk about feminism in arguments. That's it. She can't talk about feminism when there's crime being committed. It's like, all right, there's crime being committed. You gonna help us go find the killer? No, you're not. Feminism works whenever women are just trying to say, hey, make us seem like we're strong and not weak, so we're gonna argue. Feminism only works in arguments. It does not work in reality. That's what you have to realize. If there were 4 girls, right, and they all had guns, and they said, we get ready to go to war, we're gonna defend this house, and all 4 girls sat outside the front of the house with guns, and then the other gang pulls up and shoots one of those girls in the face, the other 3 girls are gonna put their guns down. That's how feminism's gonna work. All right, hold on. We got my man Joseph Celestial. Hopefully I got that right with the $10. He says, while everyone chasing women, I've been preparing and stocking up and budgeting. You're right. That's what you got to do, bro. Because a man has to always be in survival mode. And I'm glad you said that. And the reason why I'm glad you said that is because when you start talking with the words that you're talking and the terms that you're talking under, now your brain's in survival mode just off the terms that you're saying. Listen to what he's saying. I'm stocking up and I'm budgeting. That's survival mode. A lot of men needs to understand that. It's about to get bad in April and May. He's right. Plus, mass deaths are already starting from the clock shots. Start preparing now. Yo, he is absolutely right. I agree with everything that he just said, and that's the absolute truth. You have to start preparing for survival mode now. You got to stack your money up, and you got to hide it. All right, now we're going back up to my man MMP. He says, what's your thoughts on Sandman? I watched Sandman years ago. I haven't watched Sandman in about 2 years. For real. But when we first started coming, I could tell you this. Sandman was one of the first MGTOW dudes to really blow up. You know what I mean? He never shows his face. But back in the day, Sandman been doing this for almost 13 years, bro. And he's never showed his face. I think he showed his face maybe 1 or 2 times. The Chinese guy, from what they seen. But yeah, Sandman's been doing the same thing over, but I haven't watched any of Sandman for about 2 years. And the reason for that, it's just been so many content creators, bro. Like, I remember when it was only like Sandman, Tommy Sotomayor, Donovan, and a couple others. That's it. Now, there's thousands. And he's one of the true MGTOW guys, but MGTOW is watered down. Like, it's so watered down at this point. It is unreal. But Sandman is definitely one of those. He's one of the originals. He's a pioneer. He's a pioneer to the MGTOW community. But he's coming from the incel perspective. You know what I mean? He's always coming from an incel perspective. I think at one point he was working on a sex doll, and I just don't know what happened from there. He kind of lost me there, but you know, Sandman's one of those original. I definitely give him his props. He said, what's up with the egg shortage? I haven't looked into the egg shortage. Damn, I'm driving down the road. All right. Here go another one. L. Turner says, he says, Anthony, reactions. Says, why is Hollywood intentionally trying to emasculate the comic book industry? You know why? Because the money is in emotional things. Emotion causes people to spend money to get dopamine releases. I'm gonna say it again. Emotional people spend money on things to get dopamine releases. So when you feminize men and you make men weak and you put them in the mindset of a woman, the malls are set up for women. All the stores, 90% of the malls, stores in the mall are set up for women, because when women feel down and sad, they go shopping. When women are having mood swings, they want to go shopping because it gives them dopamine releases. It makes them feel good. It's the same thing with a feminine man. If you stop and look at a homosexual guy, they're the best dressers in the world. Why? Because they're always spending money on designer clothes to feel good. They feel, if I spend a lot of money on this stuff, I feel special because it's rare, it's different, so it costs more. I feel like I'm different. I feel special to have something that the average person cannot wear or get. So it's all a form of dopamine. So if you stop and you feminize everything, then you make everybody weak and they just continue to buy things. Why you think all the fashion designers and the people that create this stuff are all like homosexuals? You gotta think about it. When you get up in Hollywood, everybody behind the scene is homosexual. Why are they homosexual? Because they were outcasted. When they was outcasted out of society, like, think about it. How many people do you know grew up that wanted to be a movie director? You don't know nobody that you grew up with that's a movie director, because the guy that's a movie director was the guy that you walked past in high school that you never paid attention to. If you Google a movie director, most of these movie directors and what they look like, they look weird as hell, don't they? Because they was the weirdo in school. So that weirdo says, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna make movies. Why you think all these movies, you just be like, hold up. Who comes up with, like, Quentin Tarantino? You ever watch his movies and be like, what made you come up with this gruesome shit, bro? Like, what made you come up with this weird ass shit? So you have to understand, behind the scenes, these are all the people that have been on the LGBT side. All they're trying to do is use the celebrities to make everybody like that so they can feel like they fit in because they never felt into a regular world. That's all that's happening. It's just people that are powerful. It's like, well, I couldn't fit in when I felt like a woman, so now I want everybody to feel like me. That's what's happening, bro. They're changing everybody's mindset up to appease the people at the top that's really suffering from the mental illness. And the thing is, they keep showing you that these people are mentally ill. Look at Squid Games. Look how mentally ill that is. Y'all just happen to have a gang of white guys at the end of fucking Squid Games who is paying all this money for these young guys to watch people die. Like, you have to realize they're showing you what's going on. Look at Balenciaga. You're just gonna do that to the little kids and put the pictures out as if no one can see it, and then you try to mock the court records by showing your pedophile court records in the photo? Are you kidding me? What they do? Black people still went back and bought that shit. You know why they went back and bought it? Because to buy something expensive makes you feel good inside, like you bought something special because you're suffering from insecurity. I'm telling you that right now. When you get on your dream and you get on your vision, you look at all that as a waste of money. You look at a Rolex as a waste of money. You look at designer clothes as a waste of money. You'll be like, man, I'd rather put money towards my motherfucking dream, bro. I'd rather go buy me a Pro Charger than buy a fucking Rolex. I'm gonna have more fun with the Pro Charger. That's how it is when you know what you want. You'll start to invest into the things that make you happy for real versus the things that you think are gonna look and make you happy. That's where a lot of people are making their biggest mistakes because they're doing it for selfish reasons. So when you ask me why are they intentionally trying to make people emasculate, it's money. There's more money made when men are weak because you're gonna spend money like women. You're gonna think you need a different pair of shoes for every day of the week. Only weak ass niggas keep buying shoes over and over and over again. Like, get real. A real man to have like 2 or 3 pair of shoes and call that shit a day. But a weak man, a feminine man who always having problems, he'll have a whole bunch of shoes. He'll always have designer clothes. He'll always be trying to look good like a woman, right? And the guy that has all the designer shit, you'll notice that motherfucker always going through some bullshit in his life. Like, oh, the nigga that got the nice car and the fucking Rolex and shit, he arguing with his girl again. That bitch was seen with another nigga. You gonna start seeing shit like that. You'll notice the more motherfuckers try to pay for their happiness, the more bullshit they end up in, bro. So Hollywood says, you know what? Let's just make everybody insecure. When everybody's insecure, then everyone wants to pay for that special feeling. Let's pay. Let's go and buy us a watch. That's like, I'll be looking at rappers buying Richard Milles for $300,000. Nigga, are you kidding me? $300,000 for a fucking watch, nigga? Just to say you feel better than somebody? Nigga, you wildin'. But the insecurity is so deep that the rappers don't even see the shit. They not even realizing, like, Richard Millie probably made one of those for his friend and gave it to him for like $10. All you're paying for is the amount of time that they're taking out of their time and day to make it. You're not really paying for special material. All right, y'all, I'm down here at the shop. I'm gonna go in and check on some cars. Show y'all where we at. Y'all got any questions, get them in there. I'm taking y'all to meet my mechanic. Big dog.
Shit, you scared the fuck out of me.
I got the crowd with you today. I'm showing them your shop.
Oh, here's the street assassin.
This is Street Assassin. So this one's going.
This one of the breakfast. There's a firewall and everything.
This is where my car gonna be next week, y'all. Getting pro charged. Let's see here. Man, he really done brought it in. This right here. You got this looking new.
Yep. This frame was all messed up. The rebuilt whole frame.
That's right. Last time this was chrome.
Well, this is plain, yeah. I had a wire wheel down. So now it's got a Rust-Oleum on it, so it ain't gonna rust no more. Flat black. So she's coming along. She's getting there.
Y'all should have seen what this looks like a couple weeks ago. He's definitely came a long way. This too. This is still getting built up. So what's up with this? You still got it. All of this is going off and going in here. Is that what's happening?
No. That's some parts. It'll be 3 beds. This one goes in here, and that motor goes in here, and that right there gets built. The front end back there, the motor's going in, the wiring's back there on the wall.
Got the wiring back there.
So that one's getting built.
Yeah.
So I need 3 beds at the end. 67, 76, 2005.
See that? All of it going in one car.
No, I have 3 Corvettes.
Oh, 3 Corvettes.
Yeah, I have 3 Corvettes by the time it's all over with.
And the white one back here. You gotta realize there's a Corvette here and there's another one in there. That's just what he's building right here. All this would be one car. Then there's more over here and more in there. All right, I'll be back in a little bit. I'm gonna close out this live. Yep. The one that's in there, that's in the 80s, but that's the shop. Thought I'd take y'all by the shop real quick just to check on cars. I'll spend a little bit of time with y'all while he work on that. Then I'll go in there, toss some wrenches. But that's the shit that I'm into. You know what I'm saying? Engine size, it's a LS 350. All right. But that's the stuff I'm into. Whenever y'all see the second channel, hold on. Turn my lights back on. All right, now we back. All right, now we back. Go ahead and get some questions in. I'm back in the car now. He says, Alex says, what are your thoughts on Prince Harry and Meghan Markle relationship? When you get to that point of that relationship where your life is just all over the internet now, you're not in a relationship that you're going to be happy in. You're living for the public. That's what's happening with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, is that they're not living for the love of each other. He's with her for rebellion. She's with him for status. They are together for the public. You have to realize that when it came to Prince Harry, this was his only chance of actually becoming more powerful than the throne, or becoming more popular than the throne, because he was still 2 kids behind. He would have never became the king. You feel what I'm saying? So to him, he took what they were doing, what they didn't like, and he rebelled for what they did to his mom. He is only with her because they did not like black people. And he figured, I can get with her and that's gonna make my family mad. And she looks at it like, I can get with him and I can finally get the popularity that I want, so I didn't have to suck penis in order for me to be an actress. You have to realize her acting career didn't go anywhere. He seen an opportunity, she seen an opportunity. This is why they have books. This is why they're still playing a role. It's because it sells. All right, that's what I think about the that's what I think about the Meghan Markle and Prince Harry situation. They're living life for the public. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Goodbread, big shout out to that dude. He said the relationship is capped. Most of these Hollywood relationships are capped, and they're going to be capped. And the reason why they are capped and they're going to be capped is because they're just doing it because it makes money. Most of them are only doing it because people are going to buy into it. They're going to buy the magazines. They're going to buy into the storyline. Like, everybody loves to watch a relationship storyline that they can follow the drama on, especially women. If you have a relationship and you'll notice everybody is in and out of your relationship, you're going to always have problems, but you're going to always be popular. And some people fall into that psychology where it's like, my relationship is popular, and it's like, your relationship is not popular. People are just sitting back watching the games that's being played, and they're ready for it to fail. If you want a happy relationship, in my opinion, you got to get your woman off the internet, and you and her got to get away from people. You have to be in your own zone. I know people that fucking double date all the time, family date, and always spending time with other couples. And it's like, that's how you ruin your relationship fast, because you're going to always have some people in your business. As long as you always have different mouths in your business, then it keeps you and your partner from being direct with each other. And I think in relationships, you and a woman have to be able to be direct with each other and accept each other in order for it to work. RJ said, how do I get a girlfriend? I don't know, bro. Different strokes for different folks. All right, let's go ahead and get some more questions in real quick. All right, my man MMP always got questions ready. That's my dude right there. He says, what's your thoughts on spiritual acclimate? I got to look that up. Do you think the elites practice is such actual in our culture? I don't know exactly what that is. I'm going to have to do some research on it. But when it comes to the elites, you have to realize the elites are just groups of businesses that are trying to keep everyone manipulated so they can make their money. They're not trying to say, hey, we want everybody to be homosexuals because we like homosexuals. No, they're saying if people end up homosexuals, then that works. But the ultimate goal is to make them weaker so we can control them with what we want them to do. So they may not be trying to like make people LGBT or make people a certain way. What they're trying to do is stir up confusion so people stay weak so they can decide where they want to do with them from there. That's what's happening right now. He said, RJ, start being a no-fap. Okay, my man, Mr. Goodbread, what are your thoughts on 50 Cent apologizing to Meg Thee Stallion situation? It sounds like to me there's some money in the background that he can make. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's money in the background that he can definitely get up on. Dre W just came a Sigma Soldier. Big shout outs, bro. Really appreciate it. I think 50 Cent apologizing because he want to do business somewhere. When you see somebody like him apologize, then it's definitely business that he wants to be handled. He says, what type of part of Jersey you from? Well, what type did I used to live at when I was little? I used to live at Fort Dix and McGuire Air Force Base when I was younger. And when I say Fort Dix, that was before it became a prison. And then I've lived in Edison, New Jersey. I've also lived in Trenton, New Jersey, and Camden. I was a military brat. My mom worked in Edison. All right, let's see here. He says, can you elaborate on that topic about elite and the LGBT? Okay, this is what you have to understand. The elites, the people at the very top, these are people that suffered a lot of insecurity in their life, that they dedicated their life to making it. And when they made it, what they're doing is they're seeking revenge onto the weak. So one thing that you're going to notice about billionaires and a lot of these millionaires is that they're ugly, weird, funny people. Right? They have weird fetishes, weird thoughts. And I know this because my sister is a songwriter in Hollywood, and I've been around a lot of these people with just contracts, studio time, and I've seen them. Trust me, ain't none of these people good looking. None of them. All of them are ugly and they're weird. So I've noticed that they're all the kids that really didn't get along with anyone in high school but was weird, and they dedicated themselves to their craft to become famous. It's like a lot of homosexual guys, they become very successful because they channel their insecurity into a work ethic. So you'll notice a lot of guys who are flamboyant, and you may think of homosexuals, but they're really not. They become extremely successful because they channel their inner insecurity into work ethic, and it makes them successful. So that's what the elites are. The elites are people who channel their insecurities into work ethics to become successful. And now that they've made it and they have the power, they want to keep people feeling like them so they feel more superior. You get what I'm saying? It's like if they break you down to feel nothing, then if they can break you down to feel lower than them, then they're able to overpower you. You got to realize that. Like that Terry Crews situation. Y'all remember Terry Crews a couple years ago? Got touched by the guy in the party? Okay, Terry Crews was in one of those parties that he shouldn't have been in. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You notice the industry got mad at Terry Crews. They said, bro, what are you doing? You shouldn't have been at that party. Okay, that's what it's like in Hollywood, bro. Everybody that runs it got something fucked up with them. He says, I got a scat fetish. All right. You'll see my charger next week. All right, hold on. He says, are you part of the LGBT community? No, I'm not part of the LGBT community, but I have relatives that are, and I have enough experience being around it. I'm not a guy that just sits in the house. Like, I'm really outside. So I have experiences to life. Don't come asking me about this. I have experiences to life. He says, yo, Hollywood got pedos. Oh yeah. In my opinion, that Scientology shit be doing that. You go back, listen, if you are in Hollywood, who is the dude I was talking to in Hollywood? If you in Hollywood, yo, and you go to them blue buildings with Scientology, look in the back of them, my nigga. I'm telling you, you better watch that shit. Them blue buildings, stay away from them blue buildings, nigga. Do I think Trump 2024? I think something's gonna happen before we get around to that. I think it is, but who knows what's gonna happen. We have to really start the way things are looking now, man, shit's weird as hell. Life is just too weird. He says, L. Ron Hubbard is a Satanist. Yeah, all of them. A lot of these people that have these freak fetishes are like that, bro. Like, shit be weird as hell sometimes. He says, Scientologists preys on naive people going to Hollywood. You're right. Scientology is some weird ass shit, bro. I don't get involved in all that. Questions from Alex. He says, I want to thank you again, brother, for your answer and knowledge. But this is not a question, but someone is impersonating you in the comments and winning prizes. Nah, that's one of them bot people that I try to keep up with. When them bots come in there, that ain't me. That's just a bot machine. Y'all should know that by now, that there's always some bot machine talking about win prizes. I try to stop it, but then they recreate an account and come back in. He says, what do you think of guys like EDP445? You talking about that YouTuber, that big fat black dude? I don't know, bro. He's in, like, guys like him are a little slow. You know what I mean? Like, they're slow, and then smart people come in tricking them up. That's what happens. Like, they know that dude's slow, bro. And what they doing is they mind tricking that dude into being something, but that's what the internet has done. It turns people into lunatics. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really know what to say about a situation like that. I just see the scam of it, the skims of it. They said he tried meeting a 12-year-old boy. I haven't looked into that. I've heard something about it, but I don't know enough to comment on it. All right. He says, what's your opinion on owning firearms? You better go get one now. I'm going to tell you that right now. you better go get one now. I'm gonna tell you that right now. If you ain't got no firearm by now, you better get one, because that time is coming. All right. All right, guys, I'm getting ready to get up off the live. I want to thank everybody that donated. Let me see if I go here. All right, and I want to welcome Dre Dub, my man MMP. That's always a top dude. He's always showing me love in the channel, and everybody else that donated. I'm trying to go back up, but it's been too many comments to go back up. But I know my man MMP did, donated. My man Royal Ladares donates all the time. My man Keandre donated. Let me see. I try to find some more. There's so many messages, man. Let's see. Yeah, my messages are. It won't let me go back up to the donation. All right. Okay. And it says, aren't you afraid of ending up like Andrew Tate if your channel blows up too much? I don't think I'm that raw, bro. Like, I don't think I'm that raw to get to. I'm not as raw as Andrew. I don't think YouTube's gonna look at my channel and be like, oh, this guy is trying to influence people to do. I don't think I'm a threat, bro. I think that I keep it kind of safe. You know what I mean? I'm not. You gotta realize, the thing that's getting Andrew Tate is not new shit. It's the old shit. They're using the old shit against him. They're going back years and digging up shit. Like, look at this Young Thug case. That Young Thug case is 8 years old. When it comes to Andrew Tate, they're using his past against him. Understand that. They're going back years. We're talking 2018. Like, they're going back years and digging all that back up. So you got to realize Tate's in a different situation. For what I'm saying, I don't think I'm going to blow up to Tate size, bro. And you want to know why? Because I'm not going to feed you the shit too raw that you want to hear. Because it's just not my nature to be that raw. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. Yeah, they're going back into his past. They're going back in history to get Andrew Tate. They're not getting him on anything current. They had to get him on stuff he did in the past. All right, Keandre came with another one. He says, is communism coming? Will the USA become the next China, Russia, Rome? How do you... No. No. People are too free. One thing about China and all these places, the people were already... They were born into it. They were born into communism. America, you're not going to turn around and then force it on to people. You would have to create, like... You would have to create chaos. Create destructions that'll divide people and then push it on them. So we still need division and conquerorship. You still need violence. We pretty much need people to go back on a lockdown because they are afraid to come outside their house because of too much violence. That's what you're gonna need in order for this to work. You know what I'm saying? But I'm getting ready to go ahead and get on up off. You guys go ahead, comment, like, subscribe. Now, one thing that I do, I got what, 275 in here. One thing that I do want, what content do you want? Because I got to get these views back up. Do you guys like my reaction videos? I'm definitely going to be doing more lives, but I got to get my numbers back up on my videos. So what I want you guys to do is go in the comments and tell me what's the best videos that I should be doing, and if you know any tricks for me to get my views, get my videos back into the algorithm. But I'm starting to become used to this live, so this live may be my new it. I just got to find a way to get some more donations. All right, guys. Comment, like, subscribe to both of my channels. He said reactions. All right, I'm gonna do more reaction videos. I got you guys coming. All right, more live. A little bit of everything. All right, Rockavelli, big shout outs, bro. I see you out there. All right, guys, comment, like, subscribe to both of my channels. Now, go down when it's post, go in the comments and let me know what's good.